Alrighty-roo. JC coming at you from FMR Therapy, and we are going to work a little bit more on activating our glute medius, trying to get it strong. I like to do things where we've got a foot planted on the ground to wake up our glute medius, because that's really its job, is when I've got one leg on the ground, it's holding me up and keeping my pelvis from tilting, keeping my body from swaying. So that's a great place to train our glute medius, is on our feet. All you need is a wall. I realize I'm holding a ball. I'm going to show you another option here, but really all you need is a wall. I want my back to stay nice and flat, and I do want to get a hip hinging activity here, right? That's just going to be a more athletic approach to this movement. So I'm standing next to a wall. I might be, 5 or 6 inches away from that wall to start. I'm going to shift all of my body weight onto the outside leg. And you guys, when I'm doing this, I want this toe to be pointed straight forward. I want that kneecap to be lining up with my small toes, right? Not my big toe, my small toes. And my knee slightly flexed, hip traveling back just like I would if I were getting ready for something in sport. So from there, I'm going to take this other leg, and I have a bent knee here, and I'm going to take that bent knee, and I'm just going to find the wall, and then I'm going to start pressing aggressively, oh goodness, into the wall, right? So the shape that I'm making with my body looks like this, and I'm taking the outside of that knee and pressing it into the wall, right? And then I'm just holding. I'm just hanging out there and just holding, feeling it burn on this hip. I'm feeling it burn on that hip, counting, breathing, right? We could do that, building up to 30 seconds. Maybe you can tolerate that for a minute on each leg. Rest, turn around, and do it the other direction, okay? Now, to make this a little bit more dynamic, right? A little bit more athletic, a little more dynamic, I can take something like a ball, or perhaps a furniture slider, right? Or even just a towel on a wall surface. Step 1, find an open wall surface. It's kind of hard sometimes to find an empty wall. But I can place that on the wall, get into that same shape, right? Put my knee on that thing, and now I can kind of start to create an activity that looks a little bit more like running, like walking, like jumping, right? Where I'm using something that will move with my legs so I can continuously push that knee still towards that wall as I now am creating a motion on this hip. So we're working both hips in this exercise, the hip on the wall and the hip in the stance leg. They're just doing different things. So you want to make sure to turn around and do the other side. So spend some time either in that isometric hold, waking up those glutes, and or throw in some dynamic range of motion and really tax that tissue and teach it a new lesson. The one thing I want to not miss here is talking about where that knee is. When you're doing this, you guys, pay attention to that stance leg. Make sure that that knee is not diving this way. We want to make sure that we have a nice strong position here with this knee so that we know that we're getting a really good stabilization of that glute medius, and it's supporting where the knee is in space when we're walking, running, moving, and then just doing weird things against the wall for our glute medius. All right, way to stick around. Keep working hard, you guys. We'll see you next time.